Coco has some teammates in front of him here as they're going to get onto the point. Try and make this a little bit interesting. You see Mickie getting in there. And I think if you can get onto the point here against the Pharah Mercy, bring that Pharah down from up above, getting her into that close quarter on the point, then you can take her out a little bit easier.
Yeah, and EFFECT's going to open it up with a kill there on Primo Dolce. Mangachu's actually going to die there, so I didn't see what happened. Seemed like that was off screen, though. EFFECT follows it up with another pick there on Zachary, and now this is EnVy's time to shine. They clear out Renegades.
Jur on the side of Renegades. For EnVyUs, you do have the Transcendence to get through it. You also have this Dragon Blade from Taimou.
Yeah, but that sound barrier doesn't really lead to many picks there. EnVyUs still managed to stay alive. Jur is going to fall courtesy of Mickie. EFFECT continuously being a pain in the neck. They demeched the Diva. Zachary won't be able to provide any kind of support for his team. But that res is going to look to bring everyone back into the action here, bringing back Zachary and Jur. There it goes. Was that a oh, that was a nice pulse bomb there. EFFECT kind of just hit him with that dirty layup there onto Mangachu. Just shut that one down. And this has just been all EnVy as they manage to continue to accrue time, accrue percentage. And this is going to come out to keep EnVy in this fight. Primo on the other side of that, though, is going to use the Primal Rage. We'll be able to get the kill. But here comes Taimou. He cuts right through Zachary. Cuts through Jesus as well. Lucio in the back there by himself. Oh no, you won't be able to stay alive. And there goes that resurrection that you were talking about. They're gonna bring back Jur and Jesus. Primo is super weak here. Hasn't been taken out yet. Finally he's cleared out by Harry Hook. And this is looking good for EnVy as they have that man advantage on the point thus far. They just got to demech Zachary, but that Mercy's looking to keep him alive in this fight. So close, and just as I say that, it seems like EFFECT's going to be all by his lonesome on the point.
He's going to have to fall off the point here to contest.
And Sherlocky will get that res in a little bit. That charge for the ultimate, for the resurrection is so quick. Now we're going to be in overtime. Taimou supporting in the back line. Won't have a Deadeye to be able to support his teammates. Going to have to do this one with the left clicks and see if he can get as much damage out as possible while the beat is dropped. Mangachu gets the first kill on Mickie. And this is a good fight for Renegades as they have the man advantage currently. Taimou's in the thick of things. He's going to get wiped up. And I mentioned it at the start of the fight. If there was a point that Renegades could win, it is this one, courtesy of that. Taimou was able to get that pick early on Sherlocky. See what happened.
And before Sherlocky can even walk out of the spawn, EFFECT on a flank.
Oh, and they lost someone early. Sherlocky goes down. He's going to get knocked off by Coco from the Primal Rage. Mangachu now comes around the side. He's looking for the opportunity to use the barrage. And he's, oh no, he doesn't get a kill for it. Chips has his number yet again. 99%. Now it's time for overtime. Jur drops the beat, but only really catches himself on that one. And this so far is all EnVy. They clear them out. Overtime whittling down, and that will do it. EnVy.
No, he wants to play what he wants to play.
Yeah, clearly. He played Widow an entire round there, despite him getting shut down a couple times. It just shows how much he commits to these particular heroes. EnVy, though, so far, so good for them. They were able to get the pick. EFFECT, actually, using the McCree. And there you see here, he has ridiculous aim as a Tracer. His Doomfist play is phenomenal. And now we just get to see EFFECT march forward with the McCree, continue to be a pain in the neck for anyone to deal with.
On in there. So you see a grab coming out with a Deadeye here from EFFECT. So that's going to be the grab from the side of Renegades, but Renegades can't push in. They don't want to get killed by the Deadeye from EFFECT. Here's going to be a grab coming in from Mickie. Ooh. Everybody falls from Renegades, man.
So close to being able to make this one happen. Here comes the Riptire. How many is he looking to get now? As he's patrolling around, and he doesn't get a kill, but he does do a significant amount of damage onto Primo Dolce. EFFECT gets two with that one as well. Coco back in the action again, and EnVy are going to make this flip happen, and now they have to dive onto the point right here, right now.
If Zachary can stay alive a little bit longer, you had Transcendence coming in, and towards the end you see the Transcendence come down, but it's going to be Coco with a big Earth Shatter. Knocks down, knocks a few players back. You do have a grab. You have your Deadeye, and you're going to have both your support ults. Here's going to be the grab. It's a good one from Mangachu, but it's going to be a Deadeye from Taimou that takes out a few. Jesus returns with a Deadeye of his own. Takes out 3. Renegades wins that fight. See the grab coming through. Jesus with his Deadeye. All you lost. Oh, and it was an Earth Shatter there from Primo Dolce as well.
That was a great last second Earth Shatter. Death Blossom's going to come through. Zachary's going to get a kill there on Mickie. Oh, but he won't get any more kills. The rest of the members of EnVy wisely backed away. That could have gone poorly for them. Coco does lose the shield, and you just see all the members of EnVy have to disengage, and they're getting so much time onto the clock here, X. They are moving this payload through.
Renegades has rolled through King's Row so far here against it.
Waiting for it. Jesus has a Deadeye ready. And there goes the Earth Shatter there. As the beat has been dropped now, Mangachu's going to drop the Graviton Surge, bringing everyone together for a big hug. He's going to pick up 2 kills of his own, a third, as he actually demechs the Diva. Zachary's in a bad spot, and something up for them keeps them going. But there goes the Graviton Surge. Dragon Blade is going to come out as well. Does Zachary get a kill? Actually, it's going to be all of his teammates getting kills here. Primo Dolce, as a matter of fact, just marches on through, gets 4 kills for his trouble. And they are right there. They make the cap happen with plenty.
Effect, like free reign to come on a flank now, coming out of his spawn. The issue is Renegades, they've spotted this out. They go, they attack.
They have to get on the point, though.
They do have to get back on the point. Look, this is the high ground that you've given up to Taimou here on the 76.
And I'm a little confused because you had mentioned before that Zachary should be up there to kind of stop anyone who comes into the flank, and Zachary ended up going down. Oh, good sleep dart to just try and stop the bleeding here. They have to keep this one going. He is going to get back up. Mickie will get out of the Diva, but Effect has already done quite a bit of damage here. And this is going to be Envy making this cap happen. Pray, maybe drop a pulse bomb. Takes out a target. Oh, he ends up. Oh, he gets it. Okay, so I thought it hit the shield. It looked like it hit the shield, but it doesn't really matter because he ends up getting the kill, and that's all that matters. And just look at Effect being a pain in the neck. Yet again, that is just the best phrase I could possibly use for Effect. Yeah. He pushes them back. So at the very least, it's like the presence, you know, the fear of God almost in with the Widowmaker, right? Can cause that disruption and really just force people to not make the plays you want. In Taimou, you need to stop, my man. It's going to be enough to push this payload and get that 3rd point.
You do see the sound barrier come in from Harry Hook. There's only 1 member here for Renegades on the point, but you do have spawners coming through. Jur getting very close to a sound barrier build. He's going to use it. You still see Coco, though, putting a lot of pressure for Envy on the supports. Chips holding on to this Transcendence. We'll see if he decides to use it. It'll be Coco using the Primal Rage, knocking players back here, trying to keep them off of the payload. And that's just buying a lot of space for Effect. Able on the Tracer just dart in and out of the opponents, pick people apart here. As Envy getting very close to completing the map.
So close to being able to do it, but the spawner advantage will be there for Renegades as they move on forward, but they're going to be now just going 1 by 1 to the payload, 0.33 meters, and that's going to do it. Mangachu will be out of the Diva mech there as well. Zachary trying to keep this one alive, the 2 DPS players. Zachary and Jesus trying to work in tandem. Prima Dolce now is going to switch over to the Reinhardt and push forward. See if he can get in their face, be a nuisance for them. Zachary with the Dragon Blade now maybe opens up an opportunity, gets 2, but Coco shuts that down with a Fire Strike. Taimou looking for a kill there, but he's getting pressured by the Tracer and just so low on health here, having to just zip out of there. Might be running right into Coco. That's going to be 3 kills for them. They're all backed up. They really can't do anything about it, and they are going to make this one happen. I mean, they take out a couple members of Renegades that are just trying to keep this one alive here for the time being. It is contested, but this is basically curtains, and Envy will make it happen 4-3. And Reinforced had mentioned it before. He said you want to be able, hit him with the zigzags, but it won't matter. You're just going to shoot him in the face. Harry Hook is going to go down, and Reinforced said you want to have the Winston to dive into it, be aggressive. And it, you know, has worked to an extent, but you know, just I think Renegades have a lot of confidence running this comp against Envy in Hanamura. Keep in mind, this was their choice. Jesus waiting for that player to just creep around the corner. Effect still being a pain in the neck in the back line.
It is the same thing on King's Row towards the end. I know well, Effect
nice
zero
shot.
drop there as the nice shot comes in from Jesus, but enough time for Harry.
Right through the gut. Yet again. Pulse Bomb is going to drop down, doesn't get a kill on that one though. Mangachu just going to stay on the point. Finally, Envy's going to go in for the contestment. There goes the Transcendence as well as Zachary looking to get a couple picks, but the Diva Bomb flies up in the sky. Doesn't get a kill, but it is going to push everyone away for the time being. Mickie is going to get taken out, but they will have that spawner's advantage. Remember that, folks, because the spawn is going to be right behind that point. So when they get these kills, they have to do it very quickly. And Envy just not letting that happen. They won't be able to get that first tick. They stop.
There's so many close quarter areas for him to land these punches.
Look at that. He just isolated the Zen from them. I mean, if, you know, he will get back to his team. And, you know, just like say that, I mean, I don't think they're really going to want the Zen in that one regardless because they get those kills. They get 3 kills. Jesus is going to pop Tac Visor. Taimou now with the Dragon Blade. Does he get a few kills here? Is he just getting shut down? And they do manage to get the kill, but Jur was the victim of that one. Mangachu follows up right away. The Nano Boost on to Coco. Just looking to output a lot of damage here. Primal Rage is going to be in effect now. And they're pushing back Renegades again. Still no progress made with 3 minutes left on the clock.
Well, it's big you get Jur out of that fight if you're EnVy, because he's the one. You know, it may hurt EnVy not having that Zenyatta as the it's going to be the sound barrier that comes in with the Dragon Blade.
And they want to force out some of these ults. They do manage, though, to get 2 kills there using the beat. The sound barrier gives those extra shields. Renegades now onto the point. EFFECT going to try and see if he can make something happen, but they are going to have the Transcendence there to maintain their composure in this fight. EnVy kind of scrambling to get onto the point and contest it. Despite that, they still have that spawner's advantage. They still will be able to go in, but 2 ticks have been earned for Renegades, and they're so close. There goes the sound barrier, though. It is going to catch a couple members of the boys in blue, but still, it will be red on the left side. They get the kills, they get the point, and they top to meet them. Coco goes right into the back lines. Mickie just continuing to provide support in the high ground there, along with the Diva shots. He's going to drop the pulse bomb. EFFECT gets the kill onto Jur. That's going to be 3 down, despite Mangachu evening the odds, though. Oh my goodness gracious. They're just forcing them back here. Mickie still managing with that pulse bomb. Let's see if he's going to, or excuse me, with the Diva bomb. Let's see if he uses that. But the Transcendence is going to come through now. They still have that 1 ult to use. They haven't made any progress, though. So Renegades still continuing to keep this one going, still continuing to keep this one in their favor for the time being because of that spawner advantage. They use Mei to just try and stall things out. You want to use that ice block to keep yourself in the fight. Coco in the back line continuing to harass, but they realize it's just not an engagement that they're going to win.
Mei, he stalls it out a little bit longer, but EnVy now, they invested a ton of ults into that fight. Maybe EFFECT gets his tack visor here and to make something happen, because you just you demeched Mangachu. That's the hugest part about it.
Yeah, you demech both tanks now. Sherlocky and Jur hanging out in the back. They can't really do much. They want to contest, but they're just going to get shut down as soon as they push forward. So they got to wait for the tanks to come up. Good thing that spawner advantage is there for Renegades, but Primo just walks out, immediately dies. EFFECT with the tack visor, and Mei is out yet again. Sherlocky just looking to keep things going here, keep it stalled out, but he will die in that one. Transcendence is out. Mickie goes in so he can get that added healing. And this has been a brutal fight here for Renegades, but they keep getting back onto the point. They keep fighting this one out, and they're doing, a decent job thus far. But just as I say that, they're just getting shut down, though. And drop the Diva. Oh, no, please, not the little, oh, dear Lord, that was just brutal. It's just the poor thing. She just had a movie. She just had a short film come out about her. You can't do that to her. Hollywood needs her.
Yeah, it's going to be the sound barrier plus Dragon Blade here as EnVy trying to end it. You still have Mickie with the Diva self-destruct as see players just switching like crazy for Renegades, trying to stall this out as long as possible. Jur, though, comes off a spawn. He has the sound barrier. Now you're starting to pick up some kills for Renegades. Jur, he uses the sound barrier in that fight, but now because of Sherlocky forced to switch, he's going to be not even building towards that nano boost very quickly. As you see, Tack Visor comes in from EFFECT. You're able to get rid of Mangachu. You get rid of Jur as well. Now we'll see EnVy back on the attack.
They can get the kill onto Jesus. I mean, Jesus doing his best job to stay alive. Look at EFFECT back on the high ground. He goes. Mei back out for the stalls. And again, you're just not building anything. And Mickie just is all over him. Does get frozen, but Mei will get taken out there. Taimou's going to have the Dragon Blade now. Cuts right through. Mangachu's dead, as the players are just gonna funnel through the spawn room. This is just not looking good for Renegades. They have 1 player left to keep them alive. They got off of it for a second.
Still have your Orisa ult. The Molten Core comes down from Mangachu as he's just gonna keep using that hammer.
Build that thing. Go for it.
Build
hammer
the turret.
away. It's hammer time, baby.
As it's only 20 more seconds. Will this work?
This is not happening. If they do this, I think Brent might eat his blazer. I think he might eat his blazer. Coco, he's gonna die.
It's gonna be a Tack Visor coming in for Zachary. It's gonna be the sound barrier and Transcendence coming in here for EnVy. The turret is gone. It's going to be, actually Jur drops as he's calling down the sound barrier there for Renegades.
No.
It's a huge kill as things are falling apart for Renegades here.
It all falls down.
Oh, no.
Oh, the humanity. Oh, man, the dream. I was so excited to see Brent eat a freaking soup blazer. And still have a lot of time to work with, and, they swapped out at an opportune moment here. EnVy picks up 2 to, push the tide in their favor. And Jesus, I mean, he has been having a pretty solid series thus far, I have to say. Especially going up against a team such as EnVyUs. Being a pain in the back line. Does manage to get some kind of damage there onto EFFECT, so you may be losing on EFFECT. Will allow them to re-engage here as their tanks are coming back online.
Oh, it definitely will. As you see, Renegades march their way right back towards the payload. Jesus pushing all the way on through. Has the pulse bomb. Trying to locate some of these players for Envy. Oh, it's hit right in the mouth. Here comes EFFECT out of the left-hand side of your screen. Yep, there it is. They'll be able to dispose of Jesus quickly. As now Envy, they have the high ground control. They're going to jump down right onto the heads of Renegades.
And they don't got to worry about that backline pressure as well. Meteor Strike comes through and EFFECT drops right onto the support.
Only 5 seconds here for Renegades to get back towards the cart. It's going to be Primo Dolce jumping over the top. He's finally able to get back towards it. They get a touch. Mickie going to have this mech right back here. Harry Hook getting very close to the sound barrier here for EnVyUs.
Oh, and he gets the kill out to Primo. I mean, just such a well-timed Diva Bomb. Mangachu, good night, my friend. Shut down. Maybe Jesus keep this one going, but he immediately gets burned out. And that will do it. Overtime done.
Transcendence coming out here from ShaDowBurn. And now you're going to see the Dragon Blade come out from EFFECT.
He waited for the Transcendence to go down, and I don't think, no, they're not going to be able to drop the beat if Jur has his way. Super close from being able to eliminate him. Jur, just barely any help. There comes the sound barrier as they push with this fight, and they end up using both of their support ults here, X, just to get that first point going into this next fight. So they just got to go ahead, take advantage of this opportunity. Sherlock, he's going to be out of the equation, so he won't be able to build up any more ult on that one. While EFFECT is going to be dropped, though, still progress made with the payload. Jesus clears out Taimou, though, in turn. And I think Chips knows that this is just not a fight that he can win. Mickie, though, with the Diva Bomb out to Germ, they're still going to keep this fight going. They do end up losing out on the Zenyatta, but still, no one on the payload to contest, so Envy waiting for players to push. Jur's going to be so weak. He is going to get picked off there by Taimou, and he's just continuing to just get free poke, be a pain in the neck for Renegades to have to deal with. 3.44 meters remaining. Can they take Mangachu out before he can get into his mech? He does get into the mech. Despite that, he'll be all by his lonesome here. Teammates funneling through, so close, 3.25 meters now. Dragon Blade's gonna be out there for EFFECT, and he gets two with it. That will do it. GG, the boys in blue win it in 4.
Yeah, and Envy has both of their support ults there towards the end. They have Dragon Blade. They go in. It's the Primal Rage from Primo Dolce. He actually used it to get back towards the cart. Envy backs all the way up.